Well, we did have a beautiful day up at Flathead Lake yesterday. My daughter Angela got married to Scott Billadeau. You might know Scott, who owns the Liquid Planet, and so we had a beautiful day. I see John was here. You made it back. Good. Well, thanks, Jeff, for that kind introduction, and also special thanks to Russ Fletcher for inviting me to sing, or to sing. I'm so used to being... That's all I do is sing. Maybe I should sing the presentation. To speak to the Missoula City Club today about this project. I attended your July meeting and was very impressed with the group and also just with the format, the opportunity to talk with each other about the topic at hand and to discuss and to see what ideas might come out of the table. So I like this idea of the table talk, and I'm excited to hear what kind of buzz might happen after when we get to that particular point today. On January 12th, 2010, I arrived in the Minneapolis-St. Paul airport, and I got off the plane and went into the terminal and saw Wolf Blitzer, a CNN anchor, talking about a news alert headline, 7.0 earthquake strikes Haiti. And the report was full of words like catastrophe and chaos and calamity, disaster. I didn't really know much about Haiti at that point. I knew that it was the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere, and I knew that it had been going through decades and decades of political turmoil, but I didn't really know much about it other than that. And to be honest, I felt a general empathy for Haiti, for those people that were suffering tragic loss, but I didn't know anybody in Haiti and had no real way of helping that circumstance, any significant way of doing anything about it. But there was something about the hurry-scurry in the airport, people reading romance novels and doing crossword puzzles and rushing to their next flight, pulling their bags and talking on the cell phone and those kinds of things that sort of struck me while this story of this great crisis was blaring on the television monitors. So life in the airport was just going on uninterrupted while everything was interrupted in Haiti with people struggling to breathe under the rubble. At the time, I was a music professor at the University of Montana and had already planned the spring semester concert to be a program, a night with Mozart. But as I sat on the plane to Hartford, Connecticut, I couldn't get the television images out of my head, and given the situation in Haiti, I made a decision on the plane to change what we were going to be doing in the spring and developed a concert called Requiem for Haiti. I've taught for 43 years. I just retired this last spring, so I've spent a long time in the classroom and dealt with a lot of university students, and have observed that unless they knew somebody who died at 9/11, unless they had a relative who was involved in Iraq, Afghanistan, unless they knew somebody that was killed or injured in Katrina, they, like the people in the Minneapolis airport, kind of went on with their life. And like me, and probably like some of you, we see these catastrophes that occur around the world, and we remain somewhat detached, aware of what's going on, but not with the real world. So this Requiem for Haiti was at first simply an artistic expression, an exploration of that event somehow or another. And I was hoping that as a result of this concert, over a whole semester studying about Haiti and singing about it, that the university students would begin to consider the reality of that earthquake that shook Haiti at the seams, and not as a television show, something that was real, not as a movie, but an event that flattened cities and displaced over 1 million people. So I developed a concert. I'll play you a little bit of an excerpt of this. And the students are dressed up in the colors of the Haitian flag. And while this is going on, there are slides of the current situation in Haiti as it was before the earthquake, the happiness of the people, even though they were desperately poor. I was hoping, as a result of singing, because singing is such an intimate experience, if they were to sing about grief and about losing loved ones, that they might come in touch with themselves and explore the power of grief and the loved ones in Haiti that were buried under the rubble in Port-au-Prince. So this was a mass for the dead in Haiti. And I was hoping that this would bring that event to the core of the hearts of the students and that they might be changed and think better about their role as citizens of the world. The slides lasted 35 seconds because that's the length of the earthquake in Haiti. This concert occurred in May, but back on March 20th, I was driving in from Florence, where I live, and had NPR on and was, driving way too fast on the freeway, and caught just the end of a broadcast. Can you play that, John?
We're going to end this part of the program with a look at Haiti, 2 months after the earthquake. NPR's Katie Riddle has the story of 3 Haitians who are trying to rebuild their lives.
Dr. Patrick Jeudy is working from the open-air lobby of his clinic. There are more than a dozen patients lined up waiting for him. He's talking with a woman who's holding her son in her lap. She tells the doctor he has a fever and a headache. And then she says something that Dr. Jeudy has been hearing a lot lately from his patients. She's afraid of the concrete. Many of Dr. Jeudy's patients won't set foot in a building for fear of another earthquake. This woman, Claudia Voltaire, says this is the first time she's been in one since. Only her son's illness was enough to bring her in today. In fact, many of Dr. Jeudy's patients actually refuse to come inside to the still functional examination room. That's why Dr. Jeudy is working out.
So I wrote to Dr. Jeudy, the KUFM providing me his contact information. I wrote him an email and told him we had this upcoming concert and that we'd like to raise some money for his hospital, which was pretty much destroyed. And he wrote back, absolutely delighted, and sort of said this was really a miracle. Why would anybody in Montana, where is that, by the way,